I bought this Nutcracker at Home Depot for about $25, and now I see why it was not 50 or 75. It wasn't the best quality. The batteries would die really quickly, the lights wouldn't turn on, and it turns out there was a loose connection. I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to open this up to show you what I'm referring to. Okay, so as it turns out, these batteries were put in here, but this piece right here came loose and it broke the connection. I also ended up putting some reinforcement here on these two lines because they were falling off very easily. The way this works is these batteries form two lines here, a positive and a negative, and they go into this entry point right here in the circuit board, and this creates a 6-hour timer which goes on for 6 hours, off for 18 hours. Then the power goes into this positive and negative line right here, and it gets distributed to all these lights. I took a soldering kit and I replaced this, or I fixed this so I would attach it, but just like before, the timer doesn't work, so it just stays on continuously and the batteries are going to die. So what I've decided to do is to see if I can make it direct current or connect it directly to wiring of the house. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking this typical transformer, setting it to about 5 volts, and seeing if I can wire it to the wires that are going into the Nutcracker. You can see if I put this right here in the positive and this in the negative, I'm going to turn it on, sorry. This registers about 5 volts. So the concept is to take some wiring, run it from here directly into these lines right here, and see if I can light up the Nutcracker. Let's try to find out. So I've done a very simple thing here where I stick the positive wire inside of the positive end of this adapter, and I wrap this piece around here, which is the negative. Now I'm going to go ahead and tape it. And at the other end we're going to test again. I'm going to turn this on. The adapter is now hot. I'm going to go ahead and connect this, and we see that you can see the wiring there of the needle moving up and down. You see that it does in fact respond, showing that we are in fact getting about 4.5, 5 volts. And this is a 4.5 volt system. Now we're going to connect it to the Nutcracker. Now connecting it here, I see that I have the negative attached here. When I connect this, you should be able to see the lights through there. You see them turning on? Right there, they're on. Off. So this is a proof of concept that we can in fact take a adapter and using it we can hardwire this directly. One thing I'll point out, so we're back now. What I wanted to say last time was make sure that this is in the off position. That way when we connect this to the power of household current, there's no backfeed through these batteries. So what I purchased was this thing right here. I got it from Amazon, and it's a multi-volt adapter, and it comes with the key that you can use to adjust the voltage on this right here. I went ahead and I cut, since I ordered 2 of these, I cut another one already off that I have here. And I went ahead and I cut the wires off, and this white piece represents the positive wire and this is the negative. So if we go ahead and take this voltage meter and we connect it here and turn the power on, I'm just trying to move this here if I could so you can see it better. When I put this on, we see that the power goes up. See the little needle move there? You can see it move. So this proves that this is the positive, this is the negative. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and connect these wires to here like we did in the last demonstration. and after that I'm going to solder the wires. And you can see how to solder any place on the on Amazon, I mean on Google. You can find out how to go ahead and do some soldering. Okay, I soldered these wires on, and I'm going to go ahead and tie them up later on. But I want to make a point here. I put some batteries on here, and what I can show you is that the way that I've made this is I can make it battery operated. So I'm going to turn the lights on. You can probably see the lights turning on back there. It's very hard to see, I noticed, because the batteries just don't have that much power, but they are on. Or I can turn the power off and then plug this transformer in here, and you see that the lights are on back there too. So I've made this so that it's either battery operated or with household current operated. You want to make sure you have this on the off position so that the power doesn't backfeed into these batteries. If you turn it on, it might even cause the light bulbs to burn out because there's just simply too much power going to them. I'm going to go ahead and shut this off. Now, one final thing before I break is that in order to make this even nicer, what I want to do is I bought this cable, and I'm going to go ahead and plug this in. I'm going to stick this in here so that coming out of the back of this will be this wire, which I can just plug into an extension cord outside. So how are we going to get this through here? Well, what I'm going to do is I have some room right about here. I can go ahead and make a hole right here, slip this wire in through here, and then take some silicone and seal it. And I'll have basically a machine that I can either use battery power or household current, and it doesn't interfere with either one. Sadly, like I said before, was that this circuit board is damaged so that the timer doesn't work. It doesn't go on for 6 hours and off for 18 like it's supposed to. Otherwise, it would be ideal. It just stays on continuously with the battery. When I do plug it into household current, though, it's these wires right here. They bypass the timer, so they can go on 24 hours a day, but that's okay because I'm not going to run out of power if I connect it to the house. As a matter of fact, I can just hook this up to a timer, one that goes on at nighttime and comes off during the daytime. So I'm going to go ahead and clean these up, make a hole here to put this extension through here, and then seal it up, and I'll be done. Okay, so I went ahead and I just put this on here. I just want to point something out. I do plan to put this behind here, but if you wanted to, you could just simply have it come out through here and then just plug it into your typical, any old extension cord outside. The reason I want to put it behind here is because this is really not a waterproof item. It's made for indoors, and so I'm hoping to put it in here, hide this all behind here, and come out through this hole, which is a much more of an outdoor type of connection. But you can do it either way. I already drilled the pilot hole in here. I'm going to drill a bigger hole. Cable goes through there. And just to finish the video, I want to show you that it really can work with both battery or household current. So there's the connection. I just need to put some silicone sealant on here, which I can do. And this is what the Nutcracker looks like. Put the battery on, the lights come on. Like I said, unfortunately the timer is broken on it, but it will stay on until the batteries die out. Or I have it plugged in already to this outlet right here, and I'm going to turn it on. The lights come on also. So it's either going to be battery operated or household current operated. Either way it works. Hope you enjoyed that demonstration.